I was looking at your credentials, Thomas. You are one of only 50 master certified business intermediaries in the world. That is a rare tier. What does a master see in a business P&L that a regular broker misses completely? And before you answer that, for people who don't know what a P&L is, could you just give a quick definition of that?
Sure. A profit and loss statement. As a broker, well, first of all, we're not accountants. Some of us have MBAs, I do not. Part of our job is to recast the work of the customer's accountant, right? Your accountant prepares your financials and your taxes, your tax returns, and it's their job to minimize any tax responsibilities, right?
Yeah.
It's our job as the broker to do a business evaluation and determine what the true profitability is of the business. So while you might be writing off your living room or your personal Corvette on your business, and your accountant takes those deductions, we would take that expense and add it back to the bottom line. So what we're doing is we're looking at the profit and loss statements, we're looking at the income statements, the tax returns, and we're formulating a valuation. As a master certified business intermediary, my education is in how to do that properly and what most people don't realize. So in the state of Florida, in order to be a business broker, we have to have a real estate license. We're one of 20 states in the entire country that need to have a license. What that means is that most people that sell businesses don't have licenses, right? So you need to be very careful. Then, if you're talking about selling the highest price transaction that you, the business owner, will ever do, much like selling your $1 million house, now you're going to hire somebody that doesn't have any education or experience in dealing with businesses.
Yeah.
Right. So you want to make sure that they have those continuing education credentials, such as the certified business intermediary or the master certified business intermediary. What does it all mean? It means that I have more education, not only in books and classroom time, but actually doing the transactions. And that's what counts. You wouldn't hire an accountant, right, to do your taxes if they were just somebody on the street.
Of course. And just so I'm clear and everybody listening, you can buy and sell a company in all 50 states, right? With the education and certifications you have.
Well, again, I'm not buying and selling anything, right?
Oh.
I'm the broker.
Oh, I
and
see.
the business owner is hiring us to confidentially sell their company. I get that a lot.
Okay.
I'm not a buyer. I don't buy or I don't sell. I'm a broker. It's my job to confidentially value and go to market and vet the buyers and help much like a real estate broker would help you sell your house.
Yeah.
Although they don't do it on a confidential basis, right? The real estate agent wants the whole world to know that the house is for sale. I don't want anyone to know that the business is for sale. I just want to find the one right person, right? And so I might go through hundreds of buyers without letting anyone know that it's your business for sale. I'm vetting each and every customer.
In your company presentation, which you sent to me, you mentioned that your company, Transworld, quarterbacks the entire deal. A lot of entrepreneurs think they can sell their business themselves to save the commission. Where do unrepresented sellers usually fumble the ball?
All the above. It's the valuation. They're going on to ChatGPT and they're going into some reference guides, and they simply think that their business is worth a multiple. Is it worth 2 times? Is it worth 3 times? But they don't know the proper way of doing valuation. They have no idea, for the most part, how to handle a due diligence. In many instances, and it's very scary, is the seller and a buyer will get together. The buyer will give the seller a non-binding letter of intention, and then the seller will open up his books to this person, only to waste 3, 4, 5 months just to find out that this person has decided to steal their private information and use it somewhere else. So be very careful. But even worse than that, you have a business the owner's working 40 to 60 hours a week. And where are you going to find the time as the seller to sell the business? I work a good 50, 60-hour week for others, right? Are you able to work, run your restaurant for 60 hours a week and then spend another 50 hours trying to sell your own restaurant?
Right. And they obviously don't have the expertise either. And
Correct.
it's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. The last thing you want to do is let the employees know that you're selling the business, that your customers know, that your vendors know, your landlord know. And if you don't do everything in the right process, the deal will fall apart. And not only will the deal fall apart, you could go out of business.
Because you don't want to cause a panic, not just with everybody internally, but with your customers too.
Yeah.
Imagine word got out that the customers knew you wanted to sell your company. You're going to go to your competitors.
Right.
Like, oh, maybe something's wrong with their product or service.
Exactly.
Right?
How many times have you walked into a business, like maybe your favorite restaurant, just to say, hey, wow, something's different? They fired the chef and there's a new chef. I did that with a local restaurant here in Fort Lauderdale about a year ago. Very, very well known. Been around for 55 years. And we found who we thought was a good buyer. They had the credentials to operate a restaurant. They had the money. We had the transaction. And in week number 1, they fired the chef that had been there for 30 years.
Oh, man.
Hired a new chef, changed the vendors, the people that were supplying the meat and everything else. This was a Mexican restaurant. And long story short is they're out of business today. They literally had to close the door.
If you enjoyed this video and want to watch more just like it, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire episode, click right here.